right, thanks so much for being with us here on Atlanta News First Plus. I just want to share with you some breaking news that we're following right now. We've just learned that a 7-year-old has been shot and killed at a Lithonia gas station. Apparently it happened Monday night around 6:30 p.m. DeKalb County Police, according to DeKalb County Police Department, they responded to a person shot, a call of that at 1801 Rock Chapel Road in Lithonia. They say that a 7-year-old boy was confirmed dead, and as a result of the investigation, the child's father, 42-year-old Dante Doherty, was arrested and then taken to the DeKalb County Jail. Mr. Doherty's charges include 2 counts of cruelty to children in the second degree, 1 count of murder in the second degree. But again, this major breaking news that we're following, this 7-year-old reportedly shot and killed at a Lithonia gas station. That's under investigation. The child's own father facing charges for this, and we're going to keep following all the breaking developments. Want to get you to some of the other major stories that we are following as well. You know, there was this major crash that happened on Labor Day, over the Labor Day weekend. 5 teenagers have now been identified in this deadly crash after a car went over the wall and onto I-85 in Gwinnett County. Really a tragic scene. You can see on our website, atlantanewsfirst.com, 5 people, including 3 teenagers, are dead. 3 others hospitalized after this 3-car crash shut down parts of Highway 316, according to Gwinnett County officials. Happened just before 4 a.m. yesterday, Monday, Labor Day. Certainly, you know, it's such a tragic situation to have 5 individuals killed all at one time. And you can get the details on atlantanewsfirst.com. Certainly been a deadly time on the roads this Labor Day weekend. Also sad to report that 2 people killed in a crash Monday night in East Point have now been identified as well as Morehouse College students. That is according to the school. And the crash in this case happened shortly after 5 p.m. on Linwood Avenue and Church Street. Georgia State Patrol has said that the car was speeding when it passed another car on a curve before then going off the road. And that is when investigators say that car hit a utility pole and it flipped before hitting another utility pole. So, you know, tragic story. Hugh Douglas and Christian Files Jr., both Morehouse College juniors, both business administration majors, both killed in this crash. Just a reminder, you know, keep yourself safe out there on the roads. Drive carefully. Don't drink and drive. Unfortunately, the Labor Day weekend is notorious for these kind of tragic crashes. I want to look ahead now to the forecast because, you know, it's a little bit gray out there. I'm not sure what that means. It seems to have been cooler than normal, I guess, or than it had been. Let's get over to First Alert meteorologist Rodney Harris with the latest forecast.
Good morning to you, Joy.
Good morning.
And good morning, everybody. Hope you enjoyed your Labor Day weekend. The weather was phenomenal over Labor Day. I'm going to bring myself up here just a second to say hi to everybody. Welcome back to work. Welcome back to school. Whatever you do during the week, welcome back to that. So Joy mentioned these clouds that we have out there. It's actually very fascinating because if you were watching us this morning on Atlanta News First, we saw some spectacular sunrises across Metro Atlanta. But both Ella and I told you that these clouds would build in quickly. And here they are. We do have clouds because of a weather system that's west of us. We will not see rain from these clouds, so don't be afraid that there will be rain today. You don't have to worry about that. But the clouds will stick around for the rest of the morning and afternoon. We also have a code orange air quality alert that's in effect today. These are these summertime air quality alerts that we get when it gets really hot outdoors. Yesterday's high was 91. We are forecasting 91 again today. So a code orange essentially means, as you can see on the screen, if you have lung issues, respiratory issues, try to avoid being outdoors for a long period of time. The air quality is poor, not terribly poor, but poor enough to where if you have respiratory issues, that could be a problem for you. But again, we get these a lot over the summer, so you sort of know if this impacts you or not at this point. Outside of our air quality alert, as you start your day, or if you're probably already at work, it's 80 degrees already in Atlanta. So even though we have the clouds out there, temperatures will be warming up today. Our high is 91 again, like we saw yesterday. No rain, but it will be hot out there with a west wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. So our next weather maker will actually arrive tomorrow. We have this weak little disturbance that's coming in from the northwest. Not really a cold front, but it's strong enough to where it will produce some spotty storms in Alabama. Some of that activity will make its way into northwest Georgia. We're actually not forecasting it to make it into metro Atlanta at this point. So I want to walk you through the high resolution forecast model for tomorrow. Everybody is dry Wednesday morning. Everybody is dry for lunch on Wednesday. But notice what happens Wednesday afternoon. Those storms start firing off in Alabama, and they'll be moving south and east. And our high-resolution models are showing like Rome, for those of you in Floyd County, Chattooga County, Dade, Walker counties, some of that Alabama activity clipping you tomorrow evening. So if you are in far northwest Georgia, expect some spotty storms tomorrow evening. Notice, though, as this continues to move south, it basically dissipates as it moves into metro Atlanta. So we don't think we'll see rain in metro Atlanta tomorrow. But if you are in northwest Georgia, watch out for that, especially tomorrow evening. Now, going into Thursday, the pattern will change a little bit. We'll actually have a cold front, a cool front that will move through all of North Georgia, so everybody will get a chance of rain on Thursday. Thursday morning looks dry. It looks like Thursday afternoon is when that rain activity will start to build into metro. Thursday morning, like late Thursday morning, for those of you in the mountains, and then by Thursday afternoon, metro Atlanta. This coverage is only at about 30%, so we are expecting some spotty storms Thursday as you drive home from work, especially in metro Atlanta, but the overall coverage right now is 30%, so not terribly high, which is why it's not a first alert. I do want to remind you, even though the coverage is low Thursday afternoon, we could still see some nasty storms. So that is something we'll be watching for you. Whenever you have temperatures in the 90s and a lot of moisture out there, it's not that hard to get a pretty strong storm to develop in the south, as you know. So low coverage on Thursday of storms, but those storms may be a bit on the strong side. So we'll be watching that for you Thursday afternoon and evening. And then our front will move by, and that'll make for a really nice weekend across metro Atlanta. So like we saw Labor Day weekend, look at this forecast for Saturday and Sunday. The humidity will drop really starting Friday, and then lows will drop into the 60s on Saturday and Sunday morning, the 80s for highs. So it'll be a hot week with highs in the 90s, but by the time we get to the weekend, it's like perfect timing because our weather will be really nice. So if you're looking for rain in metro Atlanta, Thursday is your day. Right now, the coverage is at 30%. We'll keep you up to date on that. And if you enjoyed last weekend, you will enjoy this weekend as well because the weather will be spectacular with lower humidity. So we'll keep you up to date on this forecast. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Jennifer Valdez will have your latest forecast coming up on Atlanta News First at 9. Make sure and join her because she'll also have a tropical update. We're likely going to see our next hurricane form in the Atlantic here over the next several days. So that'll be an interesting thing we'll be watching, even though that's not really forecast to impact the U.S. So Jennifer will have your latest forecast at noon. We hope you have an amazing day, and until next time, we'll see you soon.